Did you know, for example, 60% of cosmetic surgery patients are disappointed with the results, although they look pleasantly surprised? A quarter of the over 50s are failing to save. It's Control S, you old buffers. And 1 in 4 Brits claims that their post has been lost or stolen. Well, I can reassure you, it was definitely stolen. Let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation and they've asked the British nation what stories they've been discussing this week. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. That definitely needed an S on the end of it, didn't it?
Like that, the talking point.
Do the S again? Yeah, it's... Could be one of mine.
Dave, Jade and Chris, what have the nation been talking about this week?
Take that aback with the Inland Revenue Tour, I think it is, basically. It's not front page news, surely to God. They've got... No, the Beatles have got a hit album.
Oh, hang on, there's a lady going through the menopause as we speak.
That's how Take That fans speak.
What?
Newswords, they just go, woo! How are you today? Woo-hoo! You want a cup of tea? Woo!
Childline set up a hotline right after Take That, split up.
In 1996, the Samaritans set up a special helpline for distraught fans.
Yes. It's the only time the Samaritans have ever been allowed to use the words, oh, grow up. On the phone. Just grow up.
Why are they called Take That? What's the name mean?
On their video, they had this thing saying, if you don't like it, throw it in the bin, take that.
That's my favourite thing you've ever said. Those are the instructions that come with their video.
Well, they said it. I'm honest, I watched it at my caravan with my friends.
Wow. Oh, yeah. I imagine that was a party. Let's see if Take That at number 1 is up there. Yes, it is. Yes, Take That have returned to the top of the charts. The reunion took longer than expected to put together because no one could remember who Howard was. They spent 6 months rehearsing with a bloke from the Halifax advert. Vic, Sean and John, what have the nation been talking about this week?
I think they're talking about Michael Grade going from the BBC over to ITV. You know, they're saying he got something like 8 million, and he's saying he didn't do it for the money.
No.
Rubbish.
He's genuinely saying that, though. He's kind of come out in the press and gone, it's not about the money.
I don't do a job for the money. What the hell do you do it for?
He said he did it for the challenge. The challenge being getting all that money home in a wheelbarrow.
ITV said it was a real coup. It's not, is it?
No.
A real coup would be when ITV's tanks actually roll into Television Centre. That'll be...
A real coup?
That'll be an actual coup.
ITV have done it because ITV apparently is not doing very well at the moment. So they've stolen Chief from Channel 1. Stolen, Chief from Channel 1 to come over and do it. But what really muddles my brain is...
What muddles your brain?
No, what muddles my brain is if they've got all that money to offer him, why don't they just make better TV programmes?
I hope he finally ends Coronation Street, because this first series is really dragging on.
You know what he's doing to Coronation Street?
What?
He's changing. He's going to be CSI Weatherfield. Let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, indeed it is. Yes, Michael Grade has announced he's moving to ITV. ITV needs him. They're in trouble. I tried to tape the Mint the other night, and my Sky Plus box started crying. 16% of talent show applicants say they would be prepared to lose a finger for a shot at fame. Is that true or false?
Is that an actual question that you would ask a talent show applicant?
I think it's halfway through their act. People just go, I'll just chop your finger off. Do something.
I'd do it. What I'd do is I'd chop it off and stick like that and put the finger at me here like that.
That's incredible. Or you could have it around your neck and use it to point at things. It's just round the corner, just over there.
Funny outside the X Factor auditions, though, going down the back, a bloke with a big bag going, fingers, come on, you, just bending that. Fingers, come on.
You know, it's illegal to chop your finger off, because it means you're not fit for military service.
Is that true?
Yeah.
How did you come across that nugget of information?
People tell me things and they stay in.
Did you hear that, Nikki?
Yeah.
I wasn't listening.
Of course you weren't.
Do you think there's an escalating scale of what limbs you have to lose to gain a certain degree of fame? Like Heather McCartney?
She lost a whole leg.
But she made a fortune, though.
What's his name? Lost his eyesight.
Plunkett.
These are all things Nikki learned in part 1. It's exciting, isn't it? 16% of talent show applicants say they would be prepared to lose a finger for a shot at fame. True or false?
False.
OK, I can tell you that the answer is in fact true.
Shit.
All right, calm
Well
down.
done.
It's not a lot of people, though, is it?
No, well, I mean, it's quite mental, isn't it? 16% would go, yeah, I'll have a finger off just to sing for Simon Cowell. Of course, once they've done it, they'll have to tell him to fuck off like this. Here is your related statistic. 38% of call centre staff claim that their job has helped them find romance. Is that true or false?
Bollocks. Well, they can't find my details. I give them my customer reference. I give them my date of birth, my postcode, my blood group. They can't find fuck all.
The people that do the cold calling, you know, that ring you, I think that helps their love life, because I always say, go and get fucked.
But some people do sound more sexy on the phone.
Often people phone me up and they say, can we interest you in double glazing? I go, no, but you could certainly take me out to dinner.
Have you ever had phone sex? Fantastic.
I like the fact you know when the call's over.
And your mum walks in the room.
She can't walk in the room, she's on the phone.
You know, in America, all the sex lines start with 900. And the area code for Western Tennessee is 901. So you must get a lot of people in Western Tennessee just getting a misdialed call. What am I wearing? Overalls. My daddy's right here. Earl, it's for you.
All right. 38% of call centre staff claim that their job has helped them find romance. Is that true or false?
But I think yes.
We think yes.
We think
it's
yeah,
probably
all
true.
right. OK. I can tell you that the answer is true. Yes. Yes, 38% of call centre staff claim that their job has helped them find romance. Call centres are weird things. Yeah, I need to go from Coventry to Ipswich on Saturday. I better call someone in Bangladesh. They'll know. What else have the nation been talking about this week?
Is it Wayne Rooney and his new £100,000 mega deal with Manchester United?
I love the way that every time Wayne Rooney gets a new deal, we see a picture within 24 hours of Colleen grinning her head off with 27 bags of shopping.
I've got to say, she's earned it.
But the problem with these deals is that launches all these people going, oh, they get paid too much. And then the footballers counteract by saying, yeah, but the fans, they're always shouting nasty things at me. And you're like, for £100 a week, I'd stay in the middle of the pitch at Wembley for 2 weeks and let you shout nasty things at me. So you're a knobhead. Yeah, I know. 1, 2, 3. Hello, can I get an account balance, please? Your mum's a knobhead. Yeah, but you should see her house.
She bought him a £30,000 watch for his birthday and a Louis Vuitton man bag and a goal set from Argos. You can take the girl out of Liverpool, but you can't get the catalogue off her, can you?
She also got him a picture of Robbie Williams' he's doing a Mooney, and there's a danger that he'll mistake it for a mirror, isn't there?
I thought it was a portrait because the eye kept following him around the room.
She got all these brilliant people, Mike Tyson to sign things, U2 and Blue. They're not even together, are they?
Are Blue not together?
Sorry, Jimmy.
Oh, what a way to hear it. Let's have a look and see if Wayne Rooney's up there.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Wayne Rooney turned 21 this week. He received an Aston Martin, priceless sporting memorabilia and a £30,000 watch. I tell you what, though, he would have been happier with a tyre and a rope. We've got one more thing to guess. Fingers on buzzers. What else? Sean.
Is it the Richmond Council's decision to charge 4x4s lots of money to park?
Tell me more about this. What do you think of it?
I've got one. But I don't live in London. And I like it.
You like it?
Yes.
Well, that's fine then.
They're the most privileged people in society, usually people who have 4x4s, and then suddenly they're a victim. It's like, why are they picking on me? Just because I've got a 4x4. I think it should be more. I think it should be £1,000. F*** 'em.
seems fair enough.
You get let off the fine and all that, but they're encouraging these electric cars. Tell me again, how do you make electricity? It's not exactly a clean fuel, is it?
The way they make electricity, those big power stations, there's thousands of blokes with full heads of hair and balloons going like that. Just thousands of them. Dwarves. It's funny with dwarves. Thousands of dwarves. Balloons.
I think they should call it, you know, they've got names for these taxis that they put in. They should just call it the tax. And
that's a bit harsh.
I know. They should put
fat boy, easy.
That's 2-0.
I'm defending the pregnant lady.
I started it.
No, I like the fat guy. Go on.
Oh, thanks, mate.
This is like a pub car park.
Leave it, it's not worth it. Let's have a look and see if the new 4x4 tax is one of the most talked about things. Yes, it is. The next round is called the poll with a hole. Here's your first question. 17% of church leaders think if Jesus came back to Earth now, he would what?
Be very old.
He definitely points out that the Da Vinci Code is a load of b****s. I didn't marry Mary Magdalene. Moved to France. I hate France.
I think he'd be a bit too soapboxy. A little know-it-all-y. Don't you think?
No. Clear what you're on about, Scott.
Do you think if he came back, he would be sectioned on the first day? Hello, I'm Jesus Christ. Right, come with us. Have a nice cup of tea and a sit down.
Who's to say I haven't come back? Yes, I am.
That is an exclusive. Of course, claiming to be Jesus is quite insulting to the Christians, but it doesn't really matter. They don't take it that seriously. They're probably out there now thinking, if I get hold of that Sean Locke, I'm going to bloody well forgive him.
Yeah.
I'll give you a clue on this one. It's about his choice of vehicle.
He'd have his own jet.
He'd have hover boots.
Classic hippie-ish.
Is it a VW van?
Yeah.
Exactly the right answer. Yeah, this is 17% of church leaders think if Jesus came back to Earth now, he would drive a camper van. I suppose it's better that Jesus Christ has a camper van rather than a Yamaha. You don't want him doing a skid and killing a kid and busting his on a dustbin lid. Did you know, for example, there are around 44 million bubbles in a bottle of champagne, and that statistic is brought to you by a scientist who was stood up on a date. In 2005, it was made illegal to keep goldfish in goldfish bowls in Italy. So, that's goldfish sorted. Now, organised crime. And the average woman will tell 28,000 lies in her lifetime. I don't know what my girlfriend would make of that. She's out with an old school friend tonight. Apparently, she might have to stay over. Let's get started. Dave, Johnny and Christian, and what else have the nation been talking about this week?
I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here, I started. And gripping stuff.
Do you know who they all are, though? I mean, I watched it
really,
last
don't
night.
care.
I'm still quite puzzled about who they are.
Yeah.
Having watched it.
It should be called I'm a Celebrity. No, honestly, I am. Yeah. I am, yeah, I've got an agent, everything.
Well, Jan Leeming's on. Do you know that?
No, the thing I like about Jan Leeming is that she's obviously full of a lot of the time. She lied about her task and made it out to be a lot worse than it really was. But everybody believes her because she's a newsreader.
Yeah,
and that is the great newsreader's luxury. You can talk total and you go, oh, all right.
I don't even know if that's true.
I was actually asked to go on.
Were you?
I get asked every year, and I'm that far away from Panto. Excuse me.
Would you ever think about it?
I've thought about it, but in really vicious dreams. Just turn up the first night, eat every bit of rice in the camp, stand there looking menacing, and then set your own camp up 10 yards away going, one of you will die tonight!
He's a very strange looking man. I saw a bit of it, that David Guest. He looks like a sort of muppet with alopecia. Just, the fur's just fallen off slowly, and it's just this weird blob thing.
It does look as
under.
if Paul Simon has melted.
He cries through his ears, I think.
You know, one day, all the paper mache things you made at school and discarded will rise up with him and start an army.
Well, let's have a look and see if it's there. What else have people been talking about this week?
Bond. James Bond. He's 007. And I like...
David Guest.
I just like the use of the 007 because I have a lot of trouble with O and 0.
You've missed the point. It's not 0. That's why it's O. That's why it's not just 7. It's 007.
So when you see me go, uh-oh, 7.
Are you a Daniel Craig convert?
Yes, definitely.
It's pathetic, isn't it? The way they all slagged him off beforehand and then turned around.
Great.
He's a real hunk. He emerges from the water. I can't keep up this facade any longer.
He was in the National Youth Theatre around the same time as me, I think, and he
Sorry, I thought we booked Christian Guru Murphy.
I know I was in the National Youth Theatre very briefly, but not as long as he was.
As a newsreader?
He used to get a lot of big parts. Most of the Bonds couldn't act, could they? I mean, but he actually can.
He's stolen a lot of your moves. There's a thing where he punches someone in the neck and it's pure Christian Guru Murphy.
If things had been different,
classic.
I've seen the film. I was there on the night.
Oh, was it? How did you enjoy the premiere?
Lovely, yeah.
They're not that impressed, are they? You got 4 million.
I got to go to the premiere as well.
Well, who couldn't go?
No, I did go, and I found myself turning to my brother, who I brought along, and going, oh, for what are we waiting for? And he went, the Queen?
Did she come round with the ice creams?
I don't think she enjoyed it.
Does she sit with everyone, front, middle, or back? I mean, where does she choose to sit?
Front, middle, or back?
No, she's... Yeah. What the Queen does, she sits on a massive throne in front of the screen so no one can see it. She's got a big crown on, she's moving it around.
Sure, she was
pain in the Nobody saw a thing.
Let's have a look and see if it's there. Yes, it is. The most talked about thing this week. On their first mission, 75% of astronauts what?
Never left Earth.
Do you think they landed on the moon? Do you think that's a genuine thing? Nah.
Well, you can see the shadows of the photos.
Well, there's proof if ever we needed it.
Oh,
When the flag's flying.
But there's wind on the moon. The moon's very windy.
Oh, he's been there.
The moon is not windy.
Yes, it is very windy.
It is not windy. Otherwise, they'd have built a windmill up there or something like that.
I'm prepared to go toe-to-toe with the hardest man in England on this one. It's bloody windy up there.
Wind is air blowing around, you see. It's air blowing about.
That's quite windy.
Air on the
That's why
moon.
it makes it comes in your face with the air.
Of course there's
There
air on
isn't
the moon,
air
you
on the
idiot.
moon.
Let's all just take a moment.
There's air. There's no oxygen on the moon. There is air. It just hasn't got any oxygen in it. And
What's
gets
it made
hotter
of then?
and hotter.
Yoghurt?
What's it made of then?
Other stuff.
You would make the best science professor in the world. Other stuff, moony air. Write it down. On their first mission, 75% of astronauts what?
Play with their own piss like this. Woo, woo. Whoa, whoa.
They eat the packed lunch before they get to the stratosphere. Nothing left for the rest now.
Demand a lot of air miles from NASA.
No, I think you'll find there's no air up there.
Oh, sorry.
There is air. It's moon air. We're doing a whole series about it soon. About moon air.
Or, just for fun, one of them goes... Tss, can anyone hear that?
I bet at least one of them goes, are we there yet? It's taken ages.
But you didn't have to do that in a northern accent.
Yeah, I did because I was trying to be stupid. It's something to do with their stomachs. Any thoughts?
I wish they hadn't had a curry last night.
Throw up.
Throw up is exactly the right answer. Well done, Griff.
He did that one. Good, we got a point.
Yes, on their first mission, 75% of astronauts throw up. Of course, the other 25% blow up. Your related statistic, 16% of bosses have made a decision based on their horoscope. Do you think that's true or false?
What are you?
I'm a Virgo.
Ah,
What are you then, Fiona?
I'm a Piscean.
A Piscean?
Least likely to kill somebody in your family if you're a Piscean.
Least likely to kill someone... You are clutching at straws.
Close.
Here's some advice, don't put that in a personal ad.
It's all bollocks. Apart from the magpies, obviously. You've got to see two magpies, haven't you?
That's typical
They're all shooting
school.
Well, hang on, you must see two magpies every day, surely.
Several.
Would you call yourself lucky?
Absolutely. Every time I go past a building site, somebody goes...
I like you.
Well, and then you get lucky.
Bill, come here! I want to make love to you, Bill!
I don't think it's ever happened before, but I imagine this weekend it's going to be happening a lot. Builders, if you're watching, please, for us.
Can you make bird noises? I don't
Some
think...
of them, yeah.
I can make the one of a bird hitting the pavement. It's the only one I do, really.
I would like a chaffinch.
Yeah. No, chaffinch, all right. It's like a fast bowler running up, and so he goes, bowl.
That's countdown.
No, he comes up, bum, 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 bowl.
Well, that's what the bird makes that noise.
Did Bill just stand up then? Amazing. That's extraordinary. Man actually gets out of his seat and is smaller than when he was sitting down.
Bill Oddie, I've had it up to here.
Have you really had Bill Oddie up to there?
You bloody haven't.
Yeah, I used to work on a building site, Lee.
But you don't know what this one is. This is for true. This is true. It goes.
That's not an impression of a bird.
It is!
That's a midlife crisis, is what that is, Bill.
It's one of the best loved birds in the country.
Is it a blackbird on a moped?
Is it a forgetful sparrow? Remember where it is?
It's a puffin. Is it? Yes.
Ah, very well loved. I'm always bumping into puffins. Can I just remind us, and I think you may find this amusing, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to remind you what the question is. 16% of bosses have made a decision based on their horoscopes, true or false. The f*** are you people talking about? You think it's true?
Oh,
what do you think?
We think it's false.
The answer is true.
Yay!
David, Aaron, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
I imagine a lot of people are quite upset about England losing the Ashes. Well, they're virtually losing the second test. And I think it's stupid, really, because what we invented the game, we should just change the rules to suit us. So in that match, we should have said, yeah, we just made this new rule up. If we have tomato soup, lowest score wins. So just stuff like that. Just make up rules. If it's cloudy, oh, no, you can't lose on a cloudy day. Just anything. You've made the sport up, you can do what you want. You're not wearing the right pants. We win.
My dad tried to get me, he's always trying to get me sporting. He tried to get me interested in cricket, right? And I hate cricket, it's so boring. He told me that the Ashes, yeah, were Ellen Daniels from Neighbours, right?
Now, obviously a spark of interest
And I was
there.
like, Ellen Daniels, you say? And I was hooked.
Joan, have you ever seen a cricket match?
I hate sports.
You hate sports?
I go to tennis matches, I don't even turn my head, you know. The ball doesn't come back, that idiot missed it. I mean, you know, I don't like sports. Yeah.
I don't like sport either.
Really?
Well, yeah.
Because you look like quite a sporty...
Yeah.
Have you not been... You work out, though, right?
Yeah, of course.
In indie clubs.
You a big cricket fan, David? You aware of cricket?
No, more baseball.
More baseball.
Have you heard of cricket?
Of course. He forgets I was in the Outback, and I just was with all these crickets all over there.
Yeah.
You knew Fina, right?
Well, I didn't actually watch... I meant to watch it, but at the last minute, I fell pregnant. So it's been quite a few crazy weeks for me as well, so... turns out it was a scare. But no. What did she do? What did Fina do?
She stole all the food.
She stole all the food?
Yeah.
Really?
She ate a few crickets, too.
Did she?
Yeah.
People have to eat testicles, don't they?
No, it's an anus, wasn't it?
Matt ate an anus.
Someone had to eat an anus.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt
ate an anus.
Matt ate an anus?
Yes.
I see, I thought you said a marinated anus.
No.
For a second.
No. We had nothing to marinate there.
What, do you eat it like a hula hoop, like that?
On I'm a Celebrity, you claimed your maid's name was Vagina Seaman. Is that true?
Yes.
Is she real?
She's real.
Are you sure she's real?
I'm positive she's as real as this set is real. Her mother, and this is the truth, her mother loved her body part so much, she said if she had a girl, she was going to name it Vaginica. Then, no, this is true, no bull. Then she married a guy named Harry Seaman.
Harry Seaman?
She became Vaginica Seaman.
What's her middle name?
I have no idea.
She hasn't got a middle name. Suppose she doesn't need one, really. Mostly when she tells her name, she's probably just wiping the drink they've just spat in her face.
Let's get back to the Ashes. Should we have a look and see whether the Ashes is one of the most talked about things this week? Incredibly, it's the second most talked about thing. The Ashes is a best of 5, although England have controversially opted to play worst of 3. And what else have the nation been talking about this week?
Is it the moon?
Is it the moon?
They're going to build a permanent base on the moon. It's going to take $10 billion, isn't it, to get people up to the moon. And you just know that if you go on the internet, EasyJet are doing it for £17.50. One way, no hand luggage, and Stelia's going, it's out of this world. You just know.
Joan Rivers, do you think Americans should be spending this kind of money going to the moon?
I think to spend $10 billion to go to the moon is disgusting. They should spend on something important like jewelry. You could get 3 really nice pieces of my jewelry on QVC.
You've really cut to the core of this issue, I think.
A great ring or some stupid trip to the moon. Who gives a f***? I couldn't care less.
Well, let's have a look and see if it's up there.
Oh, it is.
Yes, it is. Sean, Louis and Reese, what have the nation been talking about this week?
4-year-old girl's depressed, a bit down. And she took her to the doctor and he said, yeah, she's depressed. Instead of, what he should have done, actually, when he went to her, he should have listened to all her symptoms. He should have gone, hold on a sec. Boom! Everything been fine.
Apparently, the reason this girl is depressed is because she didn't get into the right primary school.
Yeah, but the reason she didn't get in is because her parents didn't put the application in time. So the reason she's depressed is that her parents are a couple of p***s. Basically, that's what it comes down to.
She tried to slit her wrist with stickle bricks.
That's a nice image, yeah. She put her head in the oven, but it's one of those little plastic ones, it's fine.
When I was 4, I used to get randy. I used to rub myself against the chair leg. Honestly, and my mum was going, stop that, it's naughty. And my dad said, don't tell him, don't stop, he's Welsh. He said, don't tell him to stop, because he might go funny in the head. And I think I did it till I was about 14. I would get on the chair leg and rub like that. On the chair leg and...
That's funny.
Well, how they spotted it? I mean, I don't know how they actually identified her depression. She's not listening to, you know, Leonard Cohen in a room. Just sort of sit up there smoking. I mean, there's...
I think she's up in her room listening to the Tweenies' very difficult second album.
Yeah.
Let's have a look and see whether this 4-year-old depressed girl is one of the most talked about things of the week.
Oh, it is.
That's not good. This is the story of the 4-year-old girl who's depressed about not getting into the right primary school. It's not uncommon for small children to get depressed. I know a baby who cries all day and can't get out of bed. Doctors knew something was seriously wrong when she stopped laughing at the Chuckle Brothers. To me, to you, to me, to you. What's the point? Keep it. Dave Steen, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
I guess the American midterm elections. People's excited too that Rumsfeld resigned, and just so what? Bush is not real, but the people who back Bush, those are the dangerous people. You don't never see them. You know, getting upset with Bush is like some kid coming up to me with a puppet and going, you know, out of my way, and I going, you damn puppet, I hate you.
Headline that made me smile said, Democrats spell disaster for Bush. Can't spell for can he?
Apparently, the reason they lost was because of the war in Iraq. It's cost them £1 billion a week.
Yeah, £1 billion a week.
Yeah, who's bloody paying for it, eh? It's us. Isn't it?
Have you thought about writing for the Daily Mail? You don't seem to understand much, but you seem sort of upset about it, and those are, I think, the key things.
Yeah, my mum buys the Daily Mail, right? Only because the ink doesn't come off on your hands.
But you know what's keeping it there?
What?
Hate.
Yeah.
Louis, what do you make of the midterm elections, I imagine?
Jimmy, I've never been a fan of Bush.
Hey, never been a fan of... God bless you for your honesty.
Schwarzenegger got back in again as well, didn't he? Which is always astonishing.
Did you hear what he said when he got back in?
I love sequels.
Oh, if he loves sequels, why doesn't he go and make Kindergarten Cop 2? I always felt that never resolved properly, that film at the end.
What a great film.
I used to like, you know, Schwarzenegger movies back in the 80s. And something bothered me about those movies were like, he would be playing these American roles and no one would notice he sounded different. And as racist as America is, he would have been like, pff, pff, Billy, let's get out of here.
Well, let's have a look and see if the midterm elections are one of the most talked about things this week.
Oh, back in the league.
Yes, they are.